YouTube, don't adjust your monitors or television screen, phone screen, whatever you watching this on. Don't adjust it. I am back on screen for you. I ain't been on screen and it feels like forever. But yeah, mainly because I couldn't find all the screenshots I wanted for this particular video, but I've been waiting on this for a minute. So I wasn't going to let that stop me. I'm just going to do it live. We're just going to roll with it. I lost my comb. My hair looks weird. We're just going to roll with it. So, this is technically a leak. If you can, well, it is a leak, but if you consider something like this a spoiler, I'm going to go over most of the new attacks that have been added to Pokemon Sword and Shield. So if you consider this a spoiler, you can check out some of my other videos. I have a Pokemon waifus video. I have a top 10 Pokemon that should be deleted video, which a lot of those actually came true. I have tons of Pokemon videos that you can check out other than this one. But if you are one of the cool kids on the spoiler train, let's go. So, alright, so I'm not going to go over all the attacks because some of them we've seen before. Specifically like Double Iron Bash is the one that goes to Metal. So that one's been around. Some of the other ones too. I'm not going to go over, but I'll go over all the ones that I have not seen in the regular promotional material. So this is all the stuff that is technically leaks. So first up, we got Dynamax Cannon. So the user unleashes a strong beam from its core. This move deals twice the damage if the target is Dynamaxed. So essentially, this is a way you can kind of counteract Dynamax Pokemon, which that's actually kind of cool because Dynamax could be very OP if there's no way to kill it normally, you know. Jaw Lock. So this one is Dreadnaught's move. So Jaw Lock, this move prevents the user and the target from switching out until either of them faints. The effect goes away if either Pokemon leaves the field. So here's the thing. I think this one is a pretty interesting one because I wonder, does any Pokemon leave the field mean Baton Pass? Because I mean, this would be a pretty good trapping move if you use Jaw Lock and then you BP out to somebody else, and so the you know, that effect that would be on the Baton Pass Pokemon is passed to the next mon. That would be kind of interesting. That would be a really interesting way to like trap people into a mon, then you switch to something else that'll kill it, and that'll guarantee a 5v6. That'll be pretty interesting. Stuff the Cheeks. This is the Squirrel Mon's a move. The user eats its held berry and then sharply increases its defense. So defense goes up by 2 when it eats its berry. See, no retreat. So this one looks cool. So this move raises all the user's stats but prevents the user from switching out. Again, so I wonder, does this also include Baton Pass? Like, so can I no retreat and then BP out to something else? You know what I'm saying? And it gets all those stat boosts, but it also can't switch out. Like, I mean, that would be pretty crazy. I think it probably doesn't. Just looking at all the other balancing things that they've put into this, which is a lot, it probably doesn't. Tar Shot. So the user pours sticky tar over the target, lowering the target's speed stat. The target becomes weaker to fire type moves, so that's pretty interesting. I wonder whose move is this, Tar Shot. I had to figure out like whose move is that. So Magic Powder is one I've seen floating around for a while. The user scatters a cloud of magic powder that changes the target stat to Psychic. That could be pretty cool, especially in like, really? You gonna pass by the house? Come on, police people. But yeah, so it would be pretty cool for doubles. Like if you're playing with a dark type, like you're playing with like Tyranitar or something. You know what I'm saying? You use Magic Powder to change the opposing team to Psychic types, and then they just get destroyed. You know, that's pretty interesting. Dragon Darts. So this is the one for So yeah, Dragon Darts is the user attacks twice using Dreepy. If there are 2 targets, this move hits each target once. So again, another move that has a pretty interesting ability and doubles. So a lot of these have been pre-balanced for VGC. We have Octolock. So this one is the fighting octopus. I can't remember his name. Yes, people are going to get me in the comments for not remembering his name. I'm going to put a picture of the Pokemon whose name I can't remember. Octolock, the user locks the target in and prevents them from fleeing. This move also lowers the target's defense and special defense by 1 for every turn. So that's kind of broken because I mean you're pretty much screwed. And if this is doubles, you can use this on one mon to like trap and just wreck that mon, and then have your partner just destroy them. So it's literally like a double team move in wrestling. Like, that's pretty crazy. So this is another interesting one. So the tea time. So I think this one is also kind of, I wonder how it affects double battles, or does this, you know, because just listen to this. So the user has tea time with all the Pokemon in the battle. Each Pokemon eats its held berry. So now when I'm thinking all the Pokemon in the battle, I'm thinking maybe all the Pokemon on the field, if it's doubles, or if it's like all the Pokemon. So does this affect the enemy's whole team and yours, and everybody eats their berry, which would be pretty ridiculous, to be honest. That would be ridiculous because I mean there are a lot of Pokemon that kind of rely on berries to do specific things or like negate specific type weaknesses, and this could definitely kill that whole strategy. So Bolt Break, the user stabs the target with its electrified beak. If the user attacks before the target, the move is doubled. So a move that is specialized to slow Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Vicious Rend, and vicious is spelled with literal word fish. So the user rends the target with his hard gills. The user attacks. If the user attacks before the target, the move. So it's essentially the same as the electric thing. Okay. So I believe these moves are for the fossil Pokemon, because I know one of them is like an electric dragon or electric rock or something like that. I know that the fish one is water and ice. I know that for sure, because that's the only one I actually kind of like. Court Change. So this mysterious power, the user swaps the effects on either side of the field. So this one is interesting because when he says swap effects, what does that mean? So does it change like injury hazards, which are like stealth rock, spike? Like so if like they put like opponent puts spikes on your field, you can use Court Change, and the spikes will be on their field, and whatever on your field is on theirs, and whatever on theirs is on yours. So like say if the opponent uses spikes on your side and you use Court Change, the spikes will be on their side instead of on your side, which I mean, at least that's the way I interpret it. Body Press, which sounds like, you know, the user attacks by slamming its body into the opponent. The higher the user's defense stat is, the more damage it can inflict on the target. So this is something for tank Pokemon, or probably a physical move. So Decorate, so the user sharply increases the target's attack and special attack by decorating the target. So I wonder, is this like Alchemy? I mean, 'cause I know that like Alchemy involves decorations. Even its evolutions, the way it evolves decorations. So it sounds like an Alchemy move. So Drum Beating. So this is Grookey's final evolution. This is his attack. So essentially, the user plays. Oh, whoops! Oh no, I already said spoiler. I'm good then. I'm good. So the user plays his drum, controlling the drum's roots to attack the target. This also lowers the target's speed. Snap Trap. So this is probably Galorian's Stun Fists maneuver. The user snares the target in a Snap Trap for 4 to 5 turns. Pyro Ball. So this is Cinderace's move. Cinderace is the final evolution of Score Bunny. So Cinderace, the user attacks by igniting a small stone and launching it as a fiery ball at the target. This may also leave the target with a burn. So that's pretty crazy. Behemoth Blade. Oh, so this one's for the Sword Box Legendary. I know they're Zacian and Zamazenta, but I can't remember which one is which. So the Sword Box Legendary, the user becomes a gigantic sword and cuts the target. It deals twice damage to Dynamax Pokemon. And Behemoth Bash is the same thing, only for the opposite. For the shield Pokemon, it turns into a giant shield and bashes the Pokemon, doubling damage on Dynamax mons. Breaking Swipe. So the user swings its strong tail and wildly attacks opposing Pokemon. This move also lowers their attack stat. So that's kind of interesting. It's literally like tail. It's like tail wag. It's like tail whip, except it does damage. Branch Poke. It's like poke. The user attacks the target by poking it sharply with a pointed branch. Overdrive. So the user attacks the Pokemon using a twanging guitar or bass, causing a huge echo and strong vibration. So this one is Toxicity's move. So that's pretty interesting. Or Toxtricity, I think it's called. This is the electric poisoned one. The one that has kind of like a lo-fi mode and a hi-fi mode. That's his special move. Alright, so these two are cool. So this one is the one for Flapple and the one for Appleton. Apple Acid is Appleton's move. Essentially, it lowers the opponent's special defense stat with juices created from sour apples. And of course, Flapple gets Grab Apple. So essentially, what it does is the user inflicts damage by dropping an apple from high above. This also lowers the defense stat of the target. Grab Apple. And it's Isaac Newton, Grab Apple. Okay, I get it. Spirit Break. The user attacks the target with so much force that it could break the target's spirit. This also lowers the target's special attack. That's kind of mean. Like, why would you break the spirit? Like, I mean, you just want to win. You don't want to like drive this person into depression. Like, damn, it's a Pokemon that has feelings. Strange Steam. So the user attacks the target by emitting strange steam. It may also confuse the target. So, okay. Life Dew is pretty interesting. So Life Dew, the user scatters mysterious water around and restores HP to itself and its ally in battle. So another double-centric move that I assume also works. I mean, because if it's something that stays on the field after you switch, it could work for the next Pokemon, but I assume this is more of a doubles thing. Obstruct is essentially Protect with a drawback for the attacker. So Protect, essentially, you know what Protect does. It protects you from all damage and has a chance of failing if used successfully. Okay, so Obstruct is the same thing. It protects you from all damage and it has the chance to fail if used successively, but direct contact harshly lowers the attacker's defense stat. So False Surrender. So this one's interesting. I want to know which Pokemon this goes to. I'm gonna look into this. But the user pretends to bow its head and then stabs the target with its disheveled hair. Oh, you know what? It's probably Grimmsnarl. That's probably what it is. With its disheveled hair. The attack never misses. So that's pretty crazy. Turnibeam is Eternius' most powerful attack in its original form. The user can't move on the next turn, so it's Hyper Beam for Eternius, essentially. And Steel Beam, the user fires a beam of steel that is collected from its body. This also damages the user. So, Brave Bird for Steel Pokemon. And it's a special attack. So, that's about it for this one. This video probably ran long. I am sorry. It was a lot of moves. Even though I cut out a bunch of moves. But that's about it for this. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, folks, keep it real.